Okay, hello everybody. Good evening, and welcome back to the closing ceremony for yet another JAMA Jam. We're in our third calendar year of jams now, second month, and this one was Maritime. Hell yeah. As always, if you participated in any way, we encourage you to share anything you did with the jam, what your experience was about. Shout out, tag us at Jam Jam Midwest on Instagram or Twitter. We should get on Blue Sky. We should do that. Making a note for next jam, and use hashtag JamaJam to show off your stuff. So jumping right into our submissions for this month, Aaron DJV with a space sub inspired by the Seamoth ship in Subnautica. And I hear this is also part of a different game jam. Aaron, are you at all interested in telling us a little more about that?
Yeah, for sure. So this um, space subship is also for a game that I made for a game jam, which literally just closed, and the name of the game is Fix It Foxtrot,
Fix it, Foxtrot.
because the the space fox is what drives the spaceship. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
fox with a space helmet, super cute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and basically, you have to walk to find those two missing ship parts, and then when you get to them, you do a little rhythm mini game to fix them. And the game is a little bit broken, but that's okay.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, from what I saw when we were working on stuff in the voice channel last night, the style that you have for the background is really, really compelling. I'm
Yes.
absolutely gonna be checking it out. And the
Yeah,
little
so it's
guy,
hand painted on paper for those of you who have not seen it. It's
and that rocks.
very different than anything I've done for a game before.
Talk about mixed media. What was the inspiration for that? What brought you to do the hand painted stuff?
Two things. The theme for the game jam was out of place, so I was like,
Hmm.
okay, mixing art styles, like he crash
Mm,
lands into another art style. What's more out of place than that?
that's
And then the
fun.
other thing was I accidentally broke my laptop, so I didn't have access to Photoshop.
Amazing.
so,
Amazing. Turning a
so
limitation
yeah,
into a creative thing to lean on. Goes hard.
exactly.
I love it. Hell yes. Well, everybody, check out Quibble Jam. Check out Fix It Foxtrot. Was that it?
Yes,
Hell yeah.
correct.
To enjoy all of that
I'll
and
put a
more.
link to
Yes,
it
please do.
in the share your stuff,
Uh huh.
whatever
Go in
appropriate
there.
channel.
Get in there and look at that beautifully animated smoke trail. Hell yeah. Okay, and on to our next submission, Mike Raff with a sunset illustration. Hello, Mike. Thank you for participating in this first ever jam of yours. I'm curious if that's first ever jam of any sort in general, if you've done game jams before, or if this is the first of any. Regardless, we're honored to have you. I'm so happy you were able to get something submitted. This illustration goes so hard. Illustration of a guy staring at a sunset with a whale jumping out of the water. I love like the lighting that you did for this entire scene. Like the details of like the different values on the sun are really, really fun. The shapes of the clouds are cool. The color palette goes hard. I'm also really interested in seeing what like some of your original sketches looked like before transferring it to Sprite. We've got a lot of pixel art and hand illustration going on so far in these first two submissions. I'm all here for it. This feels like it could be the perfect start of like some really awesome like opening sequence of you like I don't know. This character with no context and vibes, this feels like you're about to go like surfing on a whale through the ocean or something, or the beginning of a big epic journey of some sort. Whatever it is, it goes hard. I love it. Thank you so much for participating with us, Mike. Well, hey, let's. I know the foghorns are on theme for this jam, but we're not gonna dunk on Katie's Captain Manatee now, are we? I mean, look at him. He's so delightful. here to help you with all your aquatic pixel plundering
He's honestly
adventures.
so cute.
This is like one of the cutest things I think I've seen in ages. It's
His little
crazy.
bounce makes me want to cry
His,
in a good
yeah,
way.
yeah. Like you got the perfect amount of motion going on there. The little bubble pop, the way his coat fluffs up a little bit, and like just like the swirls in the background. I That's the first thing that I noticed when I saw this full finish thing was like there's such a level of detail that's like it's perfectly balanced in the background. Like there's the details of like the environment, the color like gradient is like it's absolutely delicious. And like the swirls in the background really add like a fun sort of whimsical texture to it without like distracting you from the whimsical little guy.
Thank you. He's just a little guy.
He really is. And yet
I
he
love
carries
him.
a blade.
He does.
You know what? Good for
Nobody
him.
nobody tell, but he loves hugs, so. But
Oh,
he has to have a sword, because if he doesn't have a sword and dress like a pirate, then everyone's gonna think he loves hugs, and he doesn't want people to think that,
okay.
so,
So it's an optics game. This is drag.
Yeah.
I see. I
Gotta
understand.
keep his rep.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh, that's beautiful. No, I love him. I want to see a game with him now. Even if it's just like a little Flappy Bird, he's just like bloop. You've got the animation already. You just need the rest.
Yeah.
We're like almost there. And I know you were talking about the collar giving you woes. The collar looks great.
Oh,
I love
thank
how
you.
it turned out. It's tricky to do with like minimal pixels, but you pulled it off phenomenally. Thank you, Katie. All right. From our dear friend Solace, River's bringing us a stylized waterfall. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna set this to loop. Because are you kidding me? I'm gonna full screen it. Never mind, I can't full screen it in the mini player. But look at it.
She's
I love
gorgeous.
it. Such Wind
Absolutely
Waker vibes.
gorgeous. Yeah, yeah, no, for real. The like caustics on the like top of like the normal water, the foam especially. Like I
Hmm.
feel like there's a million different ways to do all of these different VFX. I'm really, really a big fan of how the like foam from the waterfall colliding with the water looks. It's so yummy. I want to eat
It's
it.
delicious.
River, you knocked it out of the park again. Nobody is doing it like you. This is incredible. Well, hello, John Gilliland, with a little sextant here, huh? And I forgot to switch out the text from my Katie duplicate one that I was doing.
How dare you? It's okay. I'm here anyway. Um. Yeah, it's not done. I ran out of time working on it.
Mm,
The intention was to obviously make a sextant and then kind of texture it in that like harsh painterly style that like Arcane uses, because I just really love the way that they like render metal in
mhm.
that. Um, did not have time for that. I mean, the texturing alone probably would have taken longer than I even spent modeling this thing so far.
Yeah,
Hopefully I can get to that eventually, but yeah, it's just kind of a fun shape, a fun object.
it really is. It's a fun to do an old metal doohickey.
You are
You want?
so far away from your mic right now.
Oh goodness, I'm plugging in my device that I realized the power supply got knocked out. Oh, it's fun to do
No,
an
I'm
old
happy.
doohickey.
It absolutely is. I'm happy with how it turned out, considering how distracted I was working on it.
God, are you saying you're not focused?
Yeah,
John,
I
what?
wonder what could have been going on.
I don't know. You know, hard to say. For what it's worth, entirely unrelated, but I didn't finish my jam submission either. But yours looks great. I love where we
Why,
were
thank
starting to get
you.
to with the details, like the little rivets in the lenses.
I threw some nonsense on this morning, yeah.
Yeah,
I
man.
was like, oh, let me throw some
That's
things together.
that's like 90% of game dev, ain't it? Throwing some nonsense on there to fill in, what is it? Greebles in like sci-fi lingo is like all the little mechanical looking doohickeys that they just put to make things look like
Yeah,
they
that don't
have
actually do
functions
anything.
on
Yeah.
spaceships. Yeah, I love it. It's the same philosophy, but just pared down and a little more thoughtful.
If I have the time to finish this, I will post it in this Discord. Absolutely.
And I can't wait to see it because I know it's gonna go hard. Well, that's all our submissions for this month, gang. But we got a killer honorable mention and a huge shout out to JAMA Jam regular, familiar face, Joey Nutria, with a Port Town 3D blockout, a whole, like, damn blockout for an entire environment. Joey, I don't
Yeah,
know
that's
if
a
you were
lot.
planning to do, like, the entire environment itself along with all of this, but oh my god, what you've got already warrants, like, 3 full asset submissions. This is crazy. And, like, a really cool way to introduce a take on, like level design almost as like a discipline and how you represent that for like a quote unquote asset. Like just a space block out, I think is really cool to see. I'm excited for the vibes of all of this. For those who are familiar with Joey's work, they've submitted other stuff in the past for this fun little gnome alchemist character, and I'm now imagining this in like a similar setting. You got to make the cinematic universe, Joey. It's impending. But thank you so much for participating in any capacity. We love to see engagement in like just whatever people want to bring to the table, whatever ideas you have. It's not finishing a submission is still a knockout success. That's the spirit of like game jams and asset jams. You know, if something goes horribly wrong, you're winning. And hey, speaking of going horribly wrong, um, I was working on this. This is technically something for a different project, but then I was like, oh, but this would actually kind of be a cute little segue into making something for this jam. And then I didn't get around to finishing it. Is what it is. It was gonna be a little mall kiosk stand, and I was gonna put a bunch of little toy boats and like, you know, rubber duckies and stuff on it. Is what it is. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, of course. So, for any of you who are new here, we do a little voting ceremony. We put all these submissions into a little poll, and you can vote on a winner for each award category. We have 3, which are Best Use of Theme, Most Creative, and Best in Show. And voting will be open from the time the poll is posted until about 6 p.m. CST tomorrow, about 24 hours. And then awards will be announced afterwards, and winners are going to get a silly little roll in the Discord that'll last to the next jam, and a bragging rights roll, being like, congratulations, the people love your stuff. Everybody thinks you're cool. When whether you get that award or not, you're one of the coolest cats in town here at Jam the Jam. So mark this on your calendars. The next jam is March 6th through 8th. So spread the word, tell your friends, and let's get more people jamming together next month. Everybody rally, party hardy. And if you're not aware, we do off-season jamming as well. So if you are too busy this weekend, we've got a new prompt coming up for you that you can use to make something to brainstorm, to give yourself some inspiration. So we don't do awards for it, but we put a little shout out on here for people who have submitted assets for it. Lady Vio made a hole in the ground for farm theme. There was some flavor text with this that they added as well that I don't remember off the top of my head. It was like, I believe.
I gotta go. The Super Bowl halftime show is starting. Bye.
Bye.
Toodles. Oh man. Okay, well I gotta wrap this up quick then because I gotta see this as well. So, without further ado, our off-season prompt is glow. Look at that. Ain't she gorgeous? This one's really fun. A lot of angles you could go at with this. You could do a little system, you could do some sort of technical thing, some VFX, a glowy, beautiful light. So if you do something, put it in Jam Show Off. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next jam.